gentlemen, this is your captain speaking with just a little flight information coming up on the left.
I thank the Grand Architect for allowing me to travel facing the east so I don't get wrecked. And mathematics was here since the beginning of creation. Hex makes it possible for you to be ostentatious. It's back to the basics. Bitcoin mining uses the ASICs machines, leaving a carbon footprint worse than the contact tracing. Like COVID relations, they can't erase this. It's etched in my cerebellum, the spiritual matrix causing inflation. And the truth will pop the bubble and create the real deflation. Yeah, make no mistaking. There's no more waiting in line for virtual face-to-faces. I can't wait to tell my employer, fuck your paychecks. I'm more dangerous than safe sex. I live in the truth while you live in a false pretense. You making your employer rich, so make it make sense. And sometimes my head's dense, cause I wish I could help my people, but I'm surrounded by fake friends. And life is messy, I accept it and make amends. There's no excuses to the motto of success. I follow the trends, cause the trends is your best friend. And for the trends, I'll do everything from here to the end. What's going on, everybody? It's the Crypto Wonder, your host of the Crypto Wonder podcast. So let's get right into it. You know, there's always something going on in crypto. Always. So there's so much disagreement and drama taking place. You know what I'm saying? In crypto, this is why, you know, like, people have to be careful, like, what they allow themselves to absorb as far as information goes. You know, it's getting to a point where, and this is not new. This is not a new phenomenon where, you know, you got disagreements and tribalism and different cliques and groups of people who just can't seem to, you know, see eye to eye. That's life. That's life. And if you look at it that way, it'll, I think, sort of like alleviate some of the stress, because everyone is not going to agree on everything ever. It's just not how things go. It's not how things work. It's just not. It's not. Here we have, you know, Hex, a token that's been operating for over 2 years. You know, it provides yield daily rewards for people who stake the Hex token. And then there's so much that's being built around it to actually help the ecosystem, right? It is what it is. You can't make everybody happy. You know, you look at the founder of Hex, who was once a Bitcoin maximalist, a person who only believed in Bitcoin. Since then, his awareness and you know, his views have changed. And he utilized Ethereum to launch Hex. He's since identified fundamental problems with Ethereum and is now creating a blockchain, forking Ethereum, allowing the largest airdrop known in crypto to soon be a thing of the past. Like, he's creating a blockchain that's going to allow people who have Ethereum-based tokens, basically ERC20 tokens, to be copied over to the PulseChain. Something that's never been done before. And with that, people have to realize there's going to be a lot going on top of the pulse chain, where different communities who know nothing about Hex will be able to utilize PulseChain for their own respective communities. It's easy to say that Hex is the one and only, the best out, right? Numero uno. It's easy to say Hex is perfect, etc., etc. But when you're inviting, and through an airdrop, inviting thousands of other projects to get a copy of whatever they have going on Ethereum onto PulseChain, come on, there's going to be ecosystems on top of ecosystems on top of ecosystems on top of ecosystems working on Pulse independent of one another. Everything doesn't, I don't know. They say the internet back in the days, they used to describe the internet as a super information highway, or the information super highway, where you have vehicles, right? Utilizing these highways, going to and from, left and right, front and back, whatever. The blockchain, Ethereum, they called Ethereum the world computer, where tons and tons and tons of communities use Ethereum for whatever they use it for their own communities. PulseChain is copying that and providing cheaper fees, quicker transactions. Basically the world computer, right? 2.0, 3.0, whatever you want to call it. A better world computer, if for people to utilize. The scope, just by that alone, you should have at least surmised that there are going to be thousands of projects on Pulse. Whether the people who use Ethereum decide to use, create UIs, or whether the developers decide to, honor or recognize the free tokens that they're getting onto Pulse, whether they decide to use it or not is whatever, but they're going to be there. That's free money. Free. You think they're going to just ignore it? No, they'll probably buy. They'll probably, not even buy, because it'll be an airdrop. They'll sell. They could do whatever they want, or continue to thrive instead of using Ethereum. Or they do both, use Ethereum and use Pulse. It's their choice. It's whatever. But it'll be available. It's a double up. You're getting copies of whatever you got going on in Ethereum. You're going to get the copy on Pulse. When PulseChain launches, I think everything will be bigger than Hex, in a sense where, not everything in a sense where that's bad. I think the attention, like Hex as a community is already polarized, it's already expanding, very knowledgeable, and it's not going anywhere. But look at what Hex is doing on Ethereum, right? Something that no other product has done before, no other project has done before. But you still have thousands of other projects on Ethereum doing what they do in their own communities. So I think it might, like the whole thing with Hex, because, you know, PulseChain is being created because of the problem Hex has had on Ethereum with the high fees. I don't know if I think PulseChain is going to just knock like, it's not that it'll drown out Hex, but you have to understand that thousands of other communities out there that will have copies of their token for free on PulseChain, where they'll do whatever they have to do. Pulse will be a blockchain in and of itself, and perhaps that'll grab the attention of other communities, and they'll learn about Hex more. But they got so much to focus on for themselves to make decisions on whether they're going to build, whether they're going to expand, grow their own communities on Pulse, because they got free tokens, free money. Like this, I don't know. Like, how could you stop that from happening? You can't. You know what I mean? And why I bring the whole thing of how could you stop that from happening is because, you know, I know, like, the sentiment of, from what I've seen with the Hex community, as well as diehard Hexicans, you know, it's all about Hex, nothing else. It's all about Hex, nothing else. So I get the concern when you have other projects that are pretty much promoting whatever they have going on to the Hex community. Well, we have to understand that that's never going to go away. That's not going to change. People are free to do whatever they want. It's just the truth. People are going to do whatever they want with their money. It's just the truth. The founder of Hex can't stop anybody from doing whatever they want to do with their money. He could only educate and give out information, right, to warn people of the dangers, of the bad practices that have happened in crypto. That's it. The rest is left up to the person to decide. That's it. You know? But to mull over like this over and over, like this whole, is weird. This is just weird. Like this weird period of this weird type of frustrating, angry energy in the air, like this bitter. Why when you have something, like, folks don't understand what they have. You know, if you're staking, you're earning yield every day, every single day. Is it because the price is low that you wish, you know, whatever stakes you receive would be more in value, would be worth more in value? Is it because you bought the top and, you know, it's just difficult now? It sucks because the price is like so much lower than from where you bought it. But if you're staking, that shouldn't even be a factor. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm missing a whole lot to this. I don't see why it's necessary to just argue about certain things that are basically going to be inevitable. Like, you can't stop. Who can stop this tsunami that's about to hit the crypto shores? Once PulseChain launches and all of the ERC20 tokens get copied over to PulseChain, who can stop what's about to happen after that? All you can do is just basically enjoy the magic carpet ride. Enjoy the magic carpet ride. See, a lot of times When you just focus on one thing, you don't allow yourself to see other things. Imagine if Richard just remained a Bitcoin maximalist. I wouldn't be having this conversation right now. Like, I wouldn't, because Hex wouldn't have been created. Never mind PulseChain, pulseX, incentive token, or whatever. Imagine if Richard Hart just decided on his own to just remain as a, this is what I'm saying, as a Bitcoin maxi. And I get it too, with his warnings. Like, he's not crazy about having ticker symbols from other projects compete with Hex. But you about to have 10,000 other ticker symbols compete with Hex. That's the reality. Like, and I say 10,000, for example, like, I don't know how many ERC20 tokens there are, like, as far as different tokens of ERC20s. I just threw that number out there. But you're going to have thousands of ticker symbols competing with Hex. It's a market. It's a market. Like, I don't get it. I mean, with the sentiment of him not liking other ticker symbols that look like Hex to compete with Hex, right? Because in the past, Hexicans have been harmed from other projects that have come out and have scammed Hexicans. So that's clear, and I understand that. And I completely agree with that. Completely agree, because of past experience. But again, people are going to have options to do whatever they want, especially when thousands of other tickers. I have to repeat this so people could understand. Like, there's going to be thousands of other tickers. So it's about what you as a person decides to do. What do you want to do? I can't tell you what to do. And no one can tell you what to do. No one can tell us what to do. You just make a decision and be good with that. And live life. Live life. I don't know, because everything now is getting to a point where people are saying that there's so much toxicity happening right now, so much just drama, that it's reaching a point where there's probably going to be a boom in price. Like, the price is going to go up now because everything is just crazy. Folks are just, the infighting is constant, right? And there's nothing gonna go. All we're waiting for is going up now. Like, the price gonna go up because this is the floor. This is what people are saying. This is what I don't care. If you're staking, who cares? It's like having a plan. You stick to the plan, and then you set it and forget it, and don't even think. Because when you tap in and you tune into these things, you're looking at it. When I say tap in and tune in, you set your stakes, you forget about crypto until your stakes end, and then you do what you have to do, right? Until you get a notification that PulseChain launches, and now you can enjoy your duplications, your copies, right? One for one, you get your copy, living life. But when you stay tuned to the drama, it kind of throws you off. And then this is why I'm thankful for a product like Hex, because I don't care for the drama. I don't care for the opinions and all this left and listen. We're dealing with the best out of whatever is available to us right now. The best out of whatever. And we're allowing this hex token to work on our behalf. For the stakers, we're allowing this token to pay us every day. Imagine the drama that's going to unfold within the next 15 years. You can't. So what are you going to do? Stay glued to the short-term infighting, click, backbiting, backstabbing, betrayal types of conversations, and why? We need to do better, in my opinion. Well, that's as far as that's as much I'm going to say as far as that. Because all that drama, all that negativity does what? Creates more drama and negativity. This is about making money. Life is already difficult as it is. Where's the sense of realization, awareness? Look at what's going on in the world outside of this crypto soap opera that people want. Look at what's going on in the world. And then when you compare to the problems that exist in the world outside of crypto, and then you look at these dramatic theatrical soap operas that's taking place, you're like, yo, this is nothing. What are we arguing about here? What is this? Because I like to keep a mindset where things are going to end up working itself out. Things are going to work out, especially if you apply your better self. You put your best foot forward, things will resolve, as long as you believe and know that. But if you're not doing anything, or better yet, if you're doing something, what you're doing is going against the grain by throwing negative energy and pop shots at everything going on, then what are you good for? Clearly, we can see what you're bad for, And this is just an observation that I'm making. An observation, that's all. We have a chance to experience something that the world has never seen before. What does it feel like to invest in one of the greatest assets known to man, created by a human being? What it's like to experience and participate in a system that the same person has the idea and the wherewithal and the foresight to create around this financial asset called Hex, with PulseChain and pulseX, to enrich more people. He said, Richard Hart, Richie Rich, shout out to him. He said in one interview, out of many, but he said in one interview that he wants glory. And I guess the interviewer was, kind of like trying to dig deeper in that whole glory thing. But Richard said, yeah, he wants glory. And if his mental problem of wanting glory is an issue, well, at least he's going to enrich the lives of many people while he does his absolute best to reach his goal of attaining maximum glory. I'm paraphrasing. He was humble enough to even say, well, if it's a mental problem, then let it be that. But at least through his mental problem of wanting glory, wanting to be glorious in crypto, at least he's going to enrich the lives of many people. The man is still human, right? Who's perfect out here? He knows he has a better understanding of what he's creating than most people. He has a better understanding of what he's created and what he's continually building than most people. And openly declared he's trying to enrich the lives of many. Come on. Come on. Like he's done that with Hex. And he's about to do it with PulseChain and pulseX and things, and folks just don't see it because they're just stuck in their own feelings. And in a world of billions of people, you barely have 100,000 stakers identified. Barely 100,000 stakers. And it's not like people don't have multiple accounts. In a world of 7 point whatever billion people, only 100,000 are staking, not even. Because again, many people have multiple accounts. Let's put the things in perspective. What are we saying here? People want to fight. Nonsense. Disagreements. Nonsense. You know, I get the whole thing of my position was different in the past. Like I used to, be against scams, and it's not like that's changed. I used to be very vocal about scams. Identifying scammers, and et cetera. Because naturally, why would I support, if I see something bad going on and people doing bad things, and I'm in the industry, I'm talking about crypto, I make videos and blogs, et cetera, why wouldn't I say something about it? What I've learned, and I learned this years ago in crypto, people are going to do whatever they want to do, and you can't stop them. No matter how illogical, irrational, and stupid those decisions are. They're going to make those decisions and do it, and they have to deal with the consequences on their own. That's it. It's funny when I see, this whole narrative that's been ringing true about how CoinMarketCap has gate kept Hex, and how the industry in itself, you have all these media outlets that don't talk about Hex, YouTubers that want to be paid before they talk about anything. They choose to not talk about Hex, and they secretly sacrifice in hiding and then tell their viewers that they sacrifice but don't want to talk about all this stuff about how Hex has been gate kept. And then I'm watching like the community looking like some people in the community wanting to gatekeep too. How do you gatekeep 10,000 other ERC20s from getting onto PulseChain? This is how. The free airdrop nullifies any gatekeeping that people think that they could attempt to do within this community. Like if you're trying to gatekeep ERC20s, how? When that's what's built into this whole system right here. Everyone's getting the largest airdrop in crypto, free. So you opening the floodgates, like you allowing everybody to come in, and then you're gonna say, oh, but wait, hold. Like, so you practicing the same shit that was done to the community. You're practicing the same thing. You're doing the same thing that you scream and complain about was done to you. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is the thing. This is where things get a little weird. And I can't do, like, you know, like I'm looking at it and I'm like, wait a minute here. In truth, like Richard has said it, he's not in favor of ticker symbols competing. But that's the spirit of competition, right? Because did the other ticker symbols close their operations? No. I made a video clipping him talking about how he felt about these you know, third parties coming in. I made a whole I clipped a video of him talking about how he felt about a specific project. And people thought I was funny. And I'm just going by what this man said. He hopes the projects are awesome. But history has shown Hexicans have gotten scammed by the majority of them because they've not been prepared enough to have what they need to avoid scamming the people. Show the code. Show that there are no admin keys, etc., etc., etc. And said that he rather, you know, deal with the ticker symbol he created that has provide multiple X's of gains in less than 2 years. But that's the competitive. I get it. Because other people have not stopped their operations. Hope they're awesome. Hope they work. Hope they do everything. But you can't stop. You know what I'm saying? You just, please, like, stop. Like, I don't know. This stuff doesn't make sense to me. Like, arguing about things like being gatekept and then practicing gatekeeping. I don't know. And I'm not vying for any third, like it's not, I'm just looking at things for what they are. This is why I just say stake and chill. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to support stuff I don't know nothing about. I'm not doing that. I talk about staking Hex and chilling while you stake Hex. I talk about what the man has talked about with PulseChain and pulseX. All that marketing talk, all that other stuff, that's secondary stuff, man. Because again, what we think is complex started from simple beginnings. And I deal with what's simple, man. I really do. While I'm staking and chilling, I'm talking to people about Hex. While I'm staking and chilling, because everyone has a certain role that they play. Everyone can't do everything all the time. Discover where you fit in and apply it. But while I'm staking Hex and I'm doing what I'm doing, I'm living life. Yeah, I'm talking about it when it's appropriate. But I'm not gonna just connect with noise and drama and soap opera nonsense. It's not me. I'm not gonna do that. Because I could do this because this is the thing. You staking 55-55. We staking 55-55. Crypto is not even 15. Crypto as we know it, Bitcoin is not even 15 years old. And we're staking our funky behinds for 15.2 years. So between now and when those stakes end, you're going to be glued to some device for 5,555 days talking about what's the latest drama of the day? Like get glued into it because the drama gets so much attention than the positive. People don't care about the good news. They rather hear the bad news. They rather hear who's fighting who. Who's complaining about what? That's how people are. That's what sells, right? The drama, the negativity, blah, blah, blah. That's what sells. That's what catches their people mostly. Not about wealth preservation, not about health preservation, not about life preservation. So for the next 5,555 days, you're going to just tweet or retweet or blog or do whatever in between to deal with just toxic behaviors? Or are you just going to just do what it is that you have to do, not get involved with the noise, live your life, and connect with people and try to talk to people about what's going on here? Like, you could call it onboarding, you could call it whatever, but talk to people and tell them, listen, if you do this, you're about to get a copy when PulseChain launches. That means you get a double up right off the bat. And we're not going to say double up in price, but I'm saying double up in quantity off the rip. That's it. Dismissing all the fanfare and whatever. In the in-between stuff, sure, getting updates is important from Richard Hart. Getting updates from him. Not the noise from everybody else. Because everybody else did not do what he created. So I could care less until everybody, and going back to the whole other stuff, until, things change, then things change. But this is where we are right now. But every day we're going to be hearing, drama. You're going to become part of the problem. I don't care about a person's opinion. I'm a man of a certain age, you know what I'm saying? And I don't have everything, figured out. No one does. No one's perfect. No one. But I've been in crypto a little while, and I've seen throughout many observations how things work and what doesn't work, especially among the behaviors of people. Because again, once the blockchains are created and they're immutable, they can't be altered, upgraded, or whatever. It's the people that mess things up. This trustless code, this immutable code that we praise so much, works on its own. Where we falter, where we mess up, is injecting our thoughts, our feelings, our emotions into whatever it is that's going on. These blockchains have no feelings. They just work. Hex code just works, regardless of what you feel about price dip, price increase, all-time high, whatever. It just works. It's the same thing that's going to happen with PulseChain and pulseX and anything else that gets, created to complement the ecosystem. What are we talking about? I don't know, man. Y'all, people, we got to get it together, We got to get it together. Seriously. Folks got to get it together. Folks got to get it together. You're not going to like everything. And that's life. It's life. What are you going to do? Fight the world? Then what type of existence will that be?